everyone, welcome back to another episode on the series Building with Madz. Now, got a bit of a lag there rendering in that mountain there, but as you can see, last episode, our first episode, our debut as you could call it, we completed our starter base exterior, and the interior is looking a little bit bland at the moment, as you can see in here. And we're going to rectify that today. We are going to be completing the interior for our starter base from top to bottom, all the way done. 100% completion on the starter base, but I have some sad news to report about our villagers. I must have AFK'd this honey farm overnight and left some blocks open, and the poor villagers must have been eliminated from the game. I do plan on having a massive villager trading hall underneath here somewhere so I can trade with every single villager type to get the blocks we need for the builds we want to build. Speaking of builds, we're going to gather some resources for the interior of this starter base. There actually isn't all that much to kind of grab, but there is some calcite and some wood to make chests and barrels and all that kind of jazz. So we're just going to do a little bit of off-camera work. It's probably not that much, so we're probably not going to put it into a time lapse, but I think we'll just whip around, grab some resources, and then we'll sit back and enjoy a time lapse of the interior. But before we go resource hunting, there's just one more thing I wish to show you, and that is the 54 ancient debris that we got on Twitch on our live stream. So if you don't follow me over there, be sure to go check my Twitch out, www.twitch/Madzify, 2 eyes. Go see me there. But what we're going to do is we're going to chuck all this ancient debris in to the furnaces, get some, what is it called? What is this called? Netherite scrap, I think it's called. I think that's what this is called. We're going to scrap all that up, make some netherite with the gold that we've got as well. And we actually got a fair load of quartz as well, which is what you're seeing right now on screen. And we're going to collect this netherite scrap and make ourselves some netherite armor and tools. So we got a total of 13 netherite ingots, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all of our tools, guys. So we're going to plant our smithing table down. And what we need to do is just take our armor off, chuck your armor in the first slot, and then chuck the netherite ingot into the following one. And there we have it. And a new age has begun. Cover me in debris and serious dedication. We've just done every single piece of our armor. Although I don't really like the kind of netherite look. The color seems a bit off. I like the diamond a bit more, but, well, for the more protection, the better for me, I guess. So we can pick up this smithing table now and go get some resources for our interior starter base. So we've just finished gathering some resources for the interior, and we're about to head in to today's time lapse for the interior, but I've got no idea what has happened to my bees. They're literally gone. Can mobs attack bees? Can someone help me out with this in the comments? I don't know what the problem is. I can take this off and the bees don't come back. Could I have suffocated the bees? Could that have been an issue? Like, I don't even hear them buzzing in there. Like, placing that back does nothing either. I've got no idea where these bees disappeared off to, but anyway, that's for another day. But today, the time lapse is going to be beginning, and we're going to be doing the interior for our starter base. I'm looking forward to it, guys. The resource gathering didn't take as long as I thought, so I'm super excited to get the interior done. So, if you guys are as keen as I am for this, please slap that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes again. Our last video actually got to 49. It is sitting on 49 at the moment, so if you want to go head over and edge that over to 50, might as well do so. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because this is what you're in for every episode from there. So the interior is now complete, and thank you all for joining me for that time lapse. It was an absolute special one, wasn't it? I just love the interior of this. How is this first area? We've got our enchantment area in here where we can just get our lapis and our books in here and do a quick enchantment. We've got some basic blast furnace work here and some furnaces and obviously our ender chest. And this is the first armor set we wore, so I'm going to keep that there for the foreseeable future. We've got another armor stand here, which we can put some diamond armor later on. These chests are a bit vacant at the moment, but I really like this look of a trapdoor, a couple of anvils to make like a little benchtop feel. And these blocks here, if you are wondering what these are upside down barrels. So they're very annoying to place, as you would have seen in the time lapse. You have to be literally below them and then place them up like this. But we got them all locked in and loaded, and we've got some chests in our brewing areas down here. And like you saw before, the villagers actually perished. So we had to go get some more and get them all down to level 1s again. To max trading and level 1 emerald 1 trading, 1 emerald trades. But we come up the stairs here and it ensues. To the left, we have our carrot farm, little area where we can store our carrots. We've got some little dripstone here. And then to the right, we have our potatoes. And that's where we're going to store all that, just for some basic food needs. And in this area, you would have seen our blast furnaces and our furnace super smelters. Now, I really love how this come up. Even though there is only 5 furnaces, I really love the look of it. We've got our Uncle Jerry over here. We don't know what to call him yet, but he got efficiency 4, and we actually traded with him. But then one of the other villagers traded efficiency 5, so we decided to keep him. I might use this guy for an iron farm or something. But our super smelters are looking good, and that will be basically how this works, is we flick that. And that will either do the coal or the ores. I think that does the ores. I think that does the ores and that does the coal. And you just flick it off when you're done and it just stops like that. And all the ores will be cooked and put into that large chest. Now through here we have our villagers. Our mending, efficiency 5, protection 4 and unbreaking 3 with some other trades as well. I don't think they have too good of one. Step Strider 3 is a good one. And blast protections is alright. Thorns is pretty decent. Piercing, feather falling. Yeah, they've got some pretty decent trades for backups. But then we head up here to our... Oh, hello, Mr. Enderman. To our massive storage area. Well, it's not massive. It's standard. But... we've got it all labelled out. We just need to organise it, so there's nothing in these chests at the moment. But we have some more villagers. We have a cartographer that trades 1 glass pane for an emerald, and these guys sell glass for one glass for 1 emerald for 4 glass. And up here we have the silk touch and fortune guys with some other trades as well. And obviously this guy here is the same as the first cartographer. Now we've got some ender chests, and this is just going to be our miscellaneous chests because I don't really want to have junk. I'm pretty picky when it comes to that stuff. And heading up to the top is what you wouldn't have seen last episode but was completed in episode 1 was our nether portal. Over here we're going to have some heads, so a skeleton, a wither skeleton, creeper and a zombie head. And we've got our anvils up here, like another bench top kind of thing, but I tried to hide this, so flicking them up is definitely the best option there. And out here we've got our balcony. Through there, we don't have anything too much for a nether hub at the moment, but I plan on changing that. Oh, hello there. I do need ender pearls because I plan on defeating the dragon soon enough. So let's chuck that in our mob chest, which we will. But we're going to go organize some chests, get this storage room sorted, and clean out the absolute garbage area that is ensuing out there. Look at how filthy that is out there. That is horrible. We need to clean up all that and just make it a little bit more neater. So we're going to go do that right now. So everything is now organized accordingly. We've got our black stone, we've got our deep slate, we've got our normal stone, we've got some wool, we've got our swords and our other honeycomb and stuff, and our mob drop, sorry. But that is basically everything that needs to be done with the outside and the inside of this starter base. So we're basically 100% complete from that, except for maybe some slight terraforming on the outside. But we'll get to that once we know what we want to do with the outside town area, city, which is going to be, basically this is going to be the centerpiece of the city. And there'll be buildings around this, which will be cut off by a river with some walls all the way around. But just on stream about an hour ago, we completed a skeleton XP farm and a spider XP farm. And they were relatively close because we found both of them in caving. Where is it? There is the skeleton XP farm, which is what we completed, but it's looking a little bit bland, guys. I'm not going to lie. As you can see just here, it is rather bland, and basically not much has happened with it. So what happens is that if a skeleton spawns on top of that spawner, that water will activate via that tripwire, and then the skeleton will be pushed off and pushed in. And oh, hello there. The reason I put the slab there is it allows the skeletons to flow in a little bit better. And this is an axolotl farm right here. Look out. Anyway, we'll patch that up. I feel like putting some tinted glass here since we can make use of that one-sided light area. But as you heard at the moment, the skeletons are dying every time they hit this, except if they're wearing armor. So I want to add a system where a piston can extend and retract to allow it to be XP or to just kill the skeleton. And at the moment we've got a glow squid farm too. Look out. That actually will come in handy for our glow item frames in our starter base, as we're still low on glow ink. But this has absolutely got me stumped. I don't really know what to do down here for interior wise. I think I'm just going to make like a custom cave area with a nice lush green with those new moss blocks and some other kind of related 1.17 blocks. But up here, I do have a strong idea of what I want. I want to have like a broken up skeleton. So the head, the body, maybe a bow, and then the feet and the arms maybe lying around this site here. And then basically it'll be out of sand and birch, and it'll look like that a sandstorm has come through here and covered the skeleton body. It's kind of really what I want to go for, although I'm really not sure how to kind of get it to look the way I want. So you're going to go into a time lapse. We're going to go into a time lapse number 2 for Building with Madz, episode 2. But you might see a lot of tearing down and rebuilding to get some ideas of what I actually want, because it's a lot of trial and error. I haven't obviously got a schematic of what I want, because this is just going to be all freehand. This was an absolute nightmare for me to build. I started building it yesterday. It's now 3:20 in the afternoon for me. I started building this yesterday and ran into a very, very big brick wall. So I decided to take a break from it and come back to it today. And I was much more refreshed today, and I definitely enjoyed it much more today rather than yesterday. Yesterday, the sword looked bent, but I was able to kind of reshape it today and make it look like it was kind of on that gradual angle. And then I put the copper at the top too to kind of look like the handle. So looks like it's going nighttime. We'll go down, have a quick snooze as we've been working very hard. And then once we've finished snoozing, we'll take a look at everything we have completed. So a new day is upon us on Building with Madz, and we've set up a little basic dripstone farm here because I used a lot of dripstone over here, as you can see. But we've got the skeleton head that has kind of been here for generations. I need some lore behind this, guys. I need a storyline. If you guys come up with a story, be sure to either post it in the comments or in the Discord, and I'll write that up in a book and paste it into this kind of story area. What I was thinking is something potentially to do with giants, because this sword is obviously bigger than this sword. So I was thinking potentially something to do with giants. And the skeleton, obviously, maybe it was a boss skeleton or something. And many years ago, this has been dwindled away. Hence, the sandstone from a sandstorm has just blasted it all over the kind of sword and the skeleton head. And we've got the claws of the skeleton, the hands, sorry. It looks like it's kind of submerging out of the ground here with some dripstone hanging out of it. But yeah, the main look I wanted to go for was like a sandstorm's come through here and just encased it all in sand. And the trees here are all dead, obviously. We didn't want to put any leaves on them, ouch, because, well, obviously it's a desert. So leaves don't really come on trees in a desert if there is trees at all. Behind here, we have the torso of the skeleton with some dripstone on it to be kind of portray a bit of bone, a bony look. And basically, this travels all the way down to the back, which is the torso. The legs are underground is what I've kind of rolled with. And then over here, we have a path that is obviously starting here, leading all the way into this area here, which is where we're going to store some bone meal, some bones. And down here, we didn't get up to the skeleton farm below. We left that just as is because I've run out of time on this and I've kind of burnt myself out of it a little bit. So we'll do that next episode. But to cap off this episode, I thought, why not try and tackle the dragon, the most anticlimactic boss fight in Minecraft. So I think we're going to head over to a stronghold, or at least try and find a stronghold potentially. But let me know what you think of this build, guys. It has been absolutely great to build. Obviously, it was challenging. Most of you would have seen my tweet on Twitter saying how struggled I was, how burnt out I was just from this. This was the build that was causing me so much trouble. But we took a break and we smashed it out. So any advice for you guys that are dealing with a little bit of a build block kind of thing, I just recommend taking a break, researching some ideas, getting some good night's rest, and just having another go the next day. So for this dragon fight, we can grab some ender pearls and some blaze rods, turn that into blaze powder, make this into some eyes of ender. Maybe let's try and make as many as we can, 18, but we'll bring the rest of the blaze rods just in case we need them. And I think it's time to head over to try and find this stronghold. I think we're all kitted up. I don't think I'm going to need any potions, to be blatantly honest with you. Maybe a water bucket and some building blocks, I think, could be potentially interesting. I think we'll definitely need that, but we'll grab some cobblestone just for the pillars. 128 blocks should do. And we'll fill up these water buckets and try and find where let's see. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, okay, we've got to head that way, and that went through the... I think I've just wasted 2. Oh, well. Lucky we have 8 more. So we've got to go that way by the looks. So we're going to fill up these water buckets and head on over to the stronghold. I heard silverfish. Oh, we have the portal. Guys, lucky we brought enough eyes of ender. This portal has nothing. Let's take on the dragon for building with Madz and relieve him of his duties in the end. I'm going to compile this into a beautiful time lapse as the dragon fight is very anticlimactic. So enjoy me, myself, and I, Madzify, taking on the Ender Dragon. He is gone. The Ender Dragon is no more. Building with Madz has now been cleansed of the evil. And the dragon egg, well, I don't actually have anything I can... I don't have anything I can kind of grab it with at the moment. I don't think... What does an arrow do? Let's see. Okay, an arrow does nothing. Looks like we're going to need a torch. Oh, look at all these levels, guys. Oh, 69 levels. What a number. And our end city portal, which is where we're going to leave it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on Building with Madz episode 2. Once again, let's see if we can reach 50 likes on this episode. See if we can get to 50 by the next episode, because Building with Madz episode 1 is at about 50 likes, 49 I think, and that is a great effort. So thank you so much for the support on this video. I can't wait for episode 3, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!